Alright, getting around to doing the headliner of my mom's Nova. This is a 69 Super Sport. And just want to run this over and document it for anybody that might be struggling with a headliner job. So, front support or bow is in the bottom hole. Second support is in the bottom hole. The middle, the thin wire that doesn't anchor into the sides, is in the front channel, not the middle one. That end down there is just popped out, but that's where it goes. And your fourth bow back is in the middle hole. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that. Yep, there you go, middle hole. There's your seat belt anchor. And then your rear bow is in the bottom hole again. So there's another middle hole up there. Yeah, a little bit higher. So it's the same exact setup on... It is not the same setup. Looky there, I lied. So that's the passenger side. Driver's side, you're in the middle, in the rear, instead of the bottom. And then the fourth one up is in the middle hole, which is the same. Same thing in the middle, center one. And then you're in the lower hole on bow 2 and the lower hole on bow 1. So that will trick some people up if you don't have a good one to start from. This was an original headliner removed from the car, so I know that's factory location. It's kind of unusual that the rear bow would be off a hole. But yeah, driver's side, fifth bow is in the middle, and the passenger side, the bow is in the very bottom hole. Sorry for the blurry camera, doing the best I can while I'm shooting this bad boy. And we're about to get all these bows popped out. I went through and marked them all. And I'll get them laid out on the headliner up there. And then we'll get her hung in the car. Alright, so try to get a good camera angle to capture this and explain it a little bit. So when you're laying the bows out, they will typically mark your center line for you when they make your new pattern. So then you use your center mark of the car where it was in the clip, where it's not rusty. Line that up on your center line. And then I will take my scissors. Might not be able to see all the way out to the edge of this, but you get the idea. I will cut these back just past where the bend is, so whatever that is, the length of my hand and a little extra, so 7-8 inches back. They'll give you plenty of extra down the sides, so just make sure your bows are about even. Cut this bad boy back. Doesn't have to be exact, but you want it back past the bend of the bar, and that'll save you fighting a bunch of wrinkles down the sides. I've already done the front ones. I didn't cut the middle one back as far because it doesn't actually ride in the doesn't lock into the edge of the car in those locating holes. It just rides in the clips, so don't have to do it to that one, but you do need to do it to the other 4. Center it up. You can also do this with a razor blade. I just find it's faster and cleaner to do it with the scissors. And I'll take your bow. Shoot it through there. Should look something like that. And you're ready to pop her in the car. As long as all your edges are back If you have to do any more little trimming in the car, you can, like this one. Maybe not cut quite far enough. Snip her back a little bit. And I'm sure some guys out there will say not to do that. Oh, you can't get them tight doing that. You get them plenty tight, trust me. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get her hung in the car. So this will be a difficult part to probably video very well, but when you get these new headliners, the material that covers the bows is thicker than the original stuff that came from the factory. So when you go to push them in, you'll sometimes break these clips trying to get them in. So what I do is I just take a little pinch of fabric, just like that. And trim it out of the top. Then you don't risk breaking your clips, and it still holds plenty tight enough you won't have to worry about it popping out. You just want to make sure your trim is even and you have enough room side to side. So now that'll float a little bit, and when you stretch everything, you're good. All the bows are clipped in, they're all back in the right spots. I did cut a couple slits for the dome light wires to go through, so once I get everything kind of roughly tensioned up, I know it's kind of hard to see with the video, but once I get everything tensioned in place, I can start locking stuff down. I've got the seatbelt stays on the sides, I've got the coat hooks in the back, the seatbelt anchors, but you don't locate any of that stuff until you get the headliner fabric all trimmed and stretched where you want it. So yeah, we'll get going. Just wanted to give you that little tip on the clips and trimming them so they fit nice and tight. I'm pulling on it very good, don't pop out, so it works. All right, I don't know how well this will video, but we're gonna try it, and then we'll go from there. Try to get as much light up here as I can so you can see what I'm doing. So basically, I'm just gonna take the front and I'm gonna start stretching it until I see it kind of make those lines disappear. Right in here, if you can see that in the camera. This is the seam I'm really working. So I'll pull it. I feel like that's a pretty decent spot. Get a little wrap on it. And then a binder clip just to kind of hold it. And make sure you have a bunch of binder clips, because you're going to need one about every half inch, and you'll pull it and then you'll go back and you'll re-pull it, and yeah, you just keep on working it. The only thing you want to really watch is the corner right where the mirror goes, because you will rip it and then you're kind of in a world of shit. So you don't want to rip it in the wrong spot. You just want to clip it, hold it. And these tracks have like little teeth on the back side that will bite into the fabric and help hold it for you. But you kind of got to get it there before you worry about those helping you too much. I will say, sometimes the different materials you get, or some are stretchier than others, some are easier to work with. This stuff's pretty nice. It's from Rock Auto, good old Acme out in California. I've used their stuff on quite a few cars, and everything except that old Camaro I got, the material is really nice and pretty stretchy. For whatever reason, the material for that old Camaro I got was like the Bedford grain vinyl, I think. Man, that shit it was not fun to stretch. It was like heat gun type. Only way you were gonna get it to really stretch. And it wasn't much fun to do. Didn't turn out as well as I'd liked it to. I was kind of rushed for that job to get it out. My brother wanted it back, so who knows? Maybe one of these days I can sort it out. So yeah, basically that's what you're looking for right there. And it's not overly tight, but it's snug. And I'll do that down the whole front and the back. And I'll kind of let that sit for sometimes a day, sometimes a few days, just depends. I want the material to kind of take a little set. And then I'll come back and I'll start taking my clips off and I'll spray it with the glue, pull it back, glue it, reach up in there and trim it with my knife just to kind of make it clean. And that's what you're after. You just want a nice, snug, but not overly snug seam. And you don't want to try and pull all the wrinkles out with your front seam. You want to get the first 1-2 panels, and then you'll work these out with the sides when you stretch them. So don't go crazy trying to pull the whole thing on your front seam. You'll get a lot out of the back because those the center holders for the bows will slide a little bit and it will take up the tension in all of it. And like I said, you don't want it banjo string tight. That's about perfect right there. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna jump on the other side and do the same thing. Awesome, huh? Okay, we're gonna try another one. First one was kind of blocked by the material, but I expected that to be the case. So when I said I was stretching it till the lines disappear, that is what I mean. So you see all these in here right now, and you stretch it a little bit and it pulls tight and all that goes away. That's what you're after. You don't want to pull the shit out of it and really stress it, but you want to pull it till all those are gone. And once you get those gone, sometimes it helps to over stretch it just a little bit, because when you wrap, you lose a little bit of your tension. Well, sorry, the light goes away when I move my head, but you'll get the point of it here once you see it kind of take shape. So yeah, you just keep pulling and stretching. And I'm not stretching it super hard, I'm just stretching it enough to get it around the bend. And a lot of that right there will come out when I stretch this side over here. So you don't try to go all for nothing on the front seam. You want to get it snug, but you don't want to get it too snug, because you'll make lateral wrinkles in it and you can't get out. So, and you'll see, like right here, I just pulled this side up. Now I need to go back and take just a little bit more here to smooth that up. Your mirror is going to bite all that in place, so it doesn't matter if you have a little wrinkle there. You just don't want a bunch of extra fabric you got to chase. So there, that's pretty clean, not overly tensioned. Could maybe get a little more as I come down this side. See how that goes away? That'll be perfect. Hopefully that's all picking up in the camera. It's hard to get good shots when you're working by yourself and you want to show something specific like that. It's kind of tough. Need to hire a videographer, I guess. Like I said about the binder clips, get a bunch of them. Got a whole tray of them here I'm working from. Some are bigger than others. Sometimes on the back when you need the little bitty tiny, like 1/4 inch ones to get around the seam. But up here you can usually get by with the bigger ones, and they hold pretty good. Don't be worried if you pull a spot and knock your clip off. That's gonna happen. You just keep going back and adding a little more tension to her as you need to. You'll see why I'm doing this once I take it all back off and trim it to glue it, because once you have that little edge set in it, it makes your life a lot easier than trying to stretch it and cut it and do all that in one shot. You want to stretch it, let the material kind of form where you want it. Then it's a lot easier to follow your line, make your glue cleaner. Turns out much nicer in the end. Okay, so that's really all you want to do on the front. I got this panel tight, I got this panel semi-snug, and when I start working this side down over here, you'll see how all that goes away. Once I start pulling it, you'll see all those wrinkles just kind of melt out of this thing. Okay. Okay, one more round here. See, that's over pulling it. The corners are the trickiest part of this whole. One of those things you just got to fit it in the car and see what it does. It looks like I could probably make that work, because that'll come out as I get more tension on it. Yeah, that happens. That's about where I want it, right there. Have plenty of binder clips for the dropsies, because yeah, it happens. Like I said, you'll feel little spots in here. It's like a little hook that'll catch the material. Those will help you, but if you really send it back there when you're trying to clip it in and just get it close, they can hurt you, because it'll catch the fabric and then snag it. So you got to watch that. You can get by with a lot of sins up in these corners, because you have a lot of trim pieces that lock everything in. So don't lose too much sleep about the front corners. That's pretty good. I'll get more of that out as I come back this way. Typically, I don't stretch the sides and the front at the same time. I let the front kind of settle, and then I'll stretch the sides, but I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. And you can come back and kind of see how much you got out of it, wrinkle-wise, once it has a chance to kind of acclimate. Doesn't take a great deal of tension. Just patience more than anything. Now for the guys that do this all in one shot and glue it and cut it and everything, hey, hats off to you guys. You got more stones than me. I'm a clip it in place kind of guy. Look at it for a couple of days, tweak it, stretch it, pull it, till I'm happy with it. So, okay, there you go. That's kind of what it looks like when it goes in, all bunchy. And then once you start getting it tensioned in place, looks more like that. Like I said, I'll get those wrinkles there out as I work along. So sometimes you may have to go back in and trim that sleeve back just a little bit more to get some of that pucker out of it, and that's fine. That's part of the process. And some of those, once you get the other side pulled, it will clean them up. So that's what we're going to find out here real quick, if I can get those out. Okay, so here's the initial 30 minutes of test fitting. I haven't trimmed anything yet, so some of it is still needing a little work, especially in those back corners. You got to trim around the window and get rid of some excess material, but I should be able to make all that clean up pretty good. All right, so this is what she's looking like. Had about, I don't know, I'd say 30 minutes, maybe 45. Just getting it all initially in here and somewhat tensioned up. I need to trim off those back corners. You get rid of a lot of material right in there, and then I can tension all that up and tuck it and get rid of that. But I just wanted to see how it was looking, so I got some clips on it. Didn't put any clips in there, obviously, because I don't want it to take a set that I don't want. I stretched it a little more over here so you can kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. And once I get that back corner, I'll get rid of all those wrinkles there in the corner. So yeah, it's not too bad. Material fits good. It's nice and stretchy. Should be able to make this one turn out pretty nice. I gotta get the sail panels made up. And yeah, we'll get this baby buttoned up here for too long. I'll try to get some better shots, just pictures of it once I get it all done. And that center seam where they fold it, I mean, that's just a crease that's in it, and it takes it a minute for that to relax out. So that's why I put it all in here initially. Get it kind of semi-tensioned, let it sit a couple days. And then I'll come back and start taking clips off and trimming as I go. Yeah. It's gonna be nice.